Welcome back to my channel and thank you so much for joining me here today. This is one of those PR personal purchase type haul videos. I haven't done one for a little while and I have actually accumulated a pretty good amount of products actually over the last, I don't know, I would say 2 to 3 months. And most of them I'm really excited about, so I'm excited to talk to you all about them. I just want to preface this that I know that right now things are really challenging, and especially on the financial end for a lot of people, there's a lot of financial uncertainty going on. So as I have said several times in my past videos, I don't want this to cause the I wants, as I call it, like I want this, I want that. I'm hoping that this will help you maybe discern how to best spend your money given your skin type, your budget, that kind of thing. So yeah, I just want to make sure I'm not like, you don't have the feeling that I'm pushing product on you or telling you that yes, you absolutely have to have this and you won't be happy without it. I definitely do not believe that. But I wanted to say that because I do have a pretty good chunk of products here to talk to you about today. So I'm just gonna say here at the beginning of the video, what I almost always say at the end of the video is if I didn't cover something or you have a question to further help you decide if you would like to purchase the products that I'm talking about, don't hesitate to ask me questions down below because I'm happy to answer them. And like I say, if I can't answer it myself, I will either find out for you from the founder or do a little research for you. So anyway, that's the preface before this video. So I think I'm gonna start with the things that I purchased myself because I know not everybody likes to watch the PR portion of the video. So I'll do the things that I've purchased myself and then I'll talk about the PR products after I'm done with everything that I have purchased with my own money. So I'm gonna start with Hanua actually, and this was a set of 3 products that I got from the Clean Beauty box. I purchased this on my own. It was a great set. I do think that they are sold out though. Those kinds of boxes tend to go pretty fast, so if you ever do see something that you're interested in, a box set from the Clean Beauty box, I would say they do tend to go pretty fast, so that is something you would want to jump on. If you belong to the Clean Beauty box, if you're a subscriber, you do get 15% off their store every single day. So I just wanted to mention these real quickly, even though they are sold out, because I really love all 3 of these products. I would say out of the 3, there is the Pa'akai cleanser, cream cleanser. It was like a deluxe travel size that you got in this set. And this is one of my top 3 cleansers, hands down. I love it. It's like, I've got this one at my sink and I've got the bigger one, I think the 4-ounce size in my shower. And I kind of have to restrain myself from using this practically every day or every time I need to use a cleanser because I just love it that much. It's probably my favorite second cleanse out there. And yeah, it smells like beautiful rose. It's very gentle but effective. Really love this cleanser a lot. And then I also really love their Malu Protecting Day Cream SPF 30. This came in this set. This was a full size. And this is really one of my favorite sunscreens. And I will show you why, because once you get it on your skin, it fades away. And it's kind of bright outside, so I'm not sure if you're seeing that there is no white cast, but no white cast from this product. It blends in beautifully. I feel like it works as both a SPF and a moisturizer. It does have a fairly strong scent of Jasmine Officinalis, I think, which in my mind is just a really clean, more simple jasmine. It's not super complicated like I would say Jasmine Sambac is, or not that it's super complicated, but more complex, I should say. So it is a little bit strong. So if you don't like strongly scented products on your face or you're not a big jasmine fan, this one might not be for you. But if you like the scent of jasmine, I think this is probably one of the best SPF day creams out there. And then just lastly, real quick, I want to talk about Lihao. And this is a beautiful toner that smells like vetiver and sandalwood with a little bit of blue tansy. I'm not normally a big fan of blue tansy, but in this one there's just a little bit of blue tansy in there, like a judicious amount, so it doesn't take over the whole scent profile. And the first bottle I did get PR, it was a gift with purchase, I think, that that Kapua gave to me. You could see that the blue tansy sort of settled on the top here, but it looks like they have come up with some sort of better formulation that it's distributed much better now. I still do shake it a little bit before I use it just to make sure all the oils are fully distributed. But yeah, if you are a sandalwood fan or a vetiver fan or both combined, you would absolutely love Lee How. This has gotten great reviews across the board, so I think this is probably a fan favorite, and that's why it was included in that box. So let's move on to another box that I purchased, and this was from Beauty Heroes. I'm not typically a subscriber to Beauty Heroes, but every once in a while when they have a box featuring a brand or products that I'm really interested, I will go ahead and subscribe just for the 1 month and then cancel, because obviously I don't need a lot more products in my life. But these were, especially these two, I really wanted to get. So Beauty Heroes featured Josh Rosebrook in this August box. So the 3 products featured were the Nutrient Day Cream, and this was the Tinted, and hopefully you can see that okay. Got the bright sun coming in. This has SPF 30. They also featured the Daily Acid Toner, and this product was really the main reason why I purchased this box, because I really wanted to try this. And then it came with another, let's see, Hydrating Accelerator. This looks like it's just over 50 mils, really great for travel. Again, sorry, this might be getting a little bit washed out from the sun. But anyway, let me just tell you just real quick, this is one of my favorite SPFs. I absolutely adore the Josh Rosebrook Nutrient Day Cream. I actually prefer the Tinted. I know that people talk about this pilling on them. I have never had that experience of it pilling. And the closest thing I can compare the texture to is almost like marshmallow fluff. Like it just has this really fluffy, cushiony feeling. I love putting it on my skin. I will just do like a toner and maybe an active, and then I will put this on top of that, not needing any extra kind of moisturizer, and I do tend to lean dry for my skin type. It's just a pleasure to use. It is quite expensive though. That's why I jumped on this box. It's just my favorite. So if I ever see it, you know, on sale or a part of a box, I'm definitely gonna be very tempted to get it. And then let's talk about this Daily Acid Toner. I am freaking in love with this thing. It is beautiful. Let's talk about the scent first, which is absolutely stunning. I am in love with this scent. It's nothing, for me, there's no particular floral or herb that really stands out for me. It's just kind of the overall scent experience. It's just so harmoniously integrated, all of the ingredients, and I can just say that smelling it just feels like the most sophisticated natural floral scent. It's just beautiful. I really love it. And I have been using this almost every evening with a cotton round or a reusable cotton round. And it's just delightful. And I really do feel like the results are very noticeable in the morning. I feel like it just gives a beautiful glow. The ingredients in here, I know it has glycolic acid and a couple of other AHAs, I'm pretty sure, in here, but I have not had any irritation with the glycolic acid being in this formula. He's done a great job of helping to buffer those acids, because in the past I have had some challenges with glycolic acid. It's a smaller molecule than, let's say, lactic acid, which is a bigger molecule. And so it penetrates deeper, so you can get more irritation with glycolic acid than, let's say, with lactic acid. So far so good with the Daily Acid Toner from Josh Rosebrook. I believe this is his newest release. I just absolutely love it. And then I'm not going to say a whole lot about the Hydrating Accelerator. I'm sure you all know a lot about this. If you don't, it's like a cult classic from Josh Rosebrook. I don't totally love it. I mean, I don't get those results that other people have talked about, just like really good hydration. For me, it's just so-so on the hydration aspect. And I'm also not a huge fan of the scent. It's kind of got this interesting like herbal vanilla-y type scent, which is just a little bit too strong for me. So overall, this isn't a huge hit for me, and I kind of already knew that. Let's talk about a couple products that were a little disappointing for me, which I'm really sad about, because I was so looking forward to trying these. These are the sunscreen products from 11. This is Venus Williams line. And like I said, I was so excited to try these, had really high hopes for them, but they just didn't quite pan out. So this is the Unrivaled Sun Serum with an SPF of 35. And what I found with this is that when you pump this, just a little, look at that. It's like just the tip of it gets full of the actual serum. And it's really, really hard to dispense. So what I have come to do is I just don't even use the pump. I just try to pour out a little bit into the palm of my hand without wasting too much. And then the other thing is it pills pretty badly on my skin. I haven't really found a great system to make sure that it doesn't pill. So just overall, it's been a really high maintenance kind of product for me. So I definitely wouldn't purchase it again. What I have actually been using it for is on my body, which, you know, it's kind of an expensive product to be using on your body, but I almost always have sunscreen on my forearms here because I've got the sunspots here. So I always want to be protecting that. So I've been using this serum for that and my chest and sometimes on my neck. So I am going to finish it up, but I will not be getting it again. And then her, let's see, On the Defense sunscreen. This is 30, SPF 30 as well. And I just want to say that these are all physical blocks. They have zinc, and I can't remember if there's titanium dioxide in here as well, but there's no chemical sunscreens in here. What I found with this one is it just goes on really patchy. Like, I'll try to show you. Yeah, there, see how it kind of like when you rub it, it's not really rubbing in very well. And it gets sort of like this patchy kind of texture. So I've really got to work it into the skin. Once I do, you can't see it, but it's not very pleasurable to use on your face. So when you kind of rub it on and it's patchy and kind of streaky and you gotta rub. So I don't reach for this for my face either. I've been using this on my arms quite a bit. And when it comes right down to it, I'm gonna be reaching for the Hanua Malu or the Josh Rosebrook Nutrient Day Cream before that one. So those are two products I'm not gonna be repurchasing. I do want to mention real quickly another Josh Rosebrook product. This is new for me. This is his Serum Spray Style. I think I purchased this at the same time that I purchased the 11 sunscreens from Credo. I think Credo has an exclusive on these 11 sunscreens, and so I put this in my shopping bag as well because I was really, really curious about this. And this is another hit from Josh. I absolutely love this spray. What I do is when I get out of the shower, I put oil into my hair. My favorite right now that I'm loving is the Ranavat. And I'll put that, you know, on the ends, kind of through my hair, a little bit patting the oil around the crown here. And then I go in with this serum spray. I don't spray it directly onto my hair. I spray it into my hand, kind of rub it in, and then put it through the front. And that combination has been working out so well for me. I'm super, super happy with that combination. The Josh serum spray and then the Ranavat. I think it's Mighty Majesty is the name of her hair oil. Beautiful combination, love it. It's all I want to use from now on. So let's move on to a cleanser that I really have been liking. This is from Clover, K-L-U-R. This is the Gentle Matter. That's the name of this cleanser. And if you like a really gentle foaming cleanser, not like super, super foaming, just more like a really luxurious lather, I highly recommend this. This has been a huge hit for me. It's not scented. It's great for, I would feel like it would be great for sensitive skin because it's unscented. And I have been reaching for this quite a bit, especially after I work out and I feel like my face is really sweaty and I have SPF. I will definitely use this as a first cleanse and then go in with something like Pa Kai after that. A friend of mine, I can't remember who it was, I can't remember if it was Maggie from Tender Forms, I think she said that maybe this didn't work well with her skin. I can't remember exactly what happened with her skin, but I think I do lean drier, so maybe this is better for drier skin, even though it is a cleanser that does lather. So it's not gonna be a hit for everybody, but I really, really like it, and I love the packaging, I love this glass bottle, I love the cap, I love how it's sort of a longer cap and it just fits on there so nicely. So yeah, I just really love the packaging as well. Now let's talk about this beautiful Hydrosol from Wildcare. This is a special edition Hydrosol, and this is chamomile from her garden, from Courtney's garden. And this is so beautiful. I just picked it up yesterday. I actually picked it up from her house because she lives in my neighborhood. And the chamomile is so beautiful. I'm loving chamomile. I mean, I've always been a big fan of chamomile, but now that I am growing it and harvesting the blossoms myself this year, I just have a new appreciation and newfound love for chamomile. So I can't imagine how long it took her to harvest the chamomile blossoms. I mean, it's painstaking, labor of love, but it must have taken her so long to get all of these blossoms, and then she distills it herself. So if you are a chamomile fan, if you love Wildcare's hydrosols in general, you're gonna wanna get your hands on one of these because it is limited edition and it might go quickly. Speaking of toners and hydrosols, I have this small one from Botanical. It's the Radiance Elixir that has lemon verbena and calendula. And I purchased this myself in a recent order. Carolyn, the formulator and founder of Botanical, had some beautiful limited edition summertime products that I got, which I'm not gonna talk about because they're no longer available. You can still get the Radiance Elixir for the summertime, and I don't really wanna spray it because I don't have a whole lot left. I should have just gotten the full size, but I just wanted to check out the travel size, the minis that she does. But can we just talk about how great this mini size is? And the spray is fantastic. So if you want to get some products that you would like to use for travel, I know not everybody's traveling very much, but you know, if you've got a day trip somewhere and you just want to put this in your bag or just carry this with you every day, this is just such a perfect size and so cute. I really love it. And yeah, this is a big hit for me. I do love the lemon verbena and calendula Radiance Elixir that she has for the summertime, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what she comes up with for the fall. I'm gonna stay along the same lines of sprays. This isn't necessarily a facial toner, but this is from Vena Cava. Vena Cava is the studio that is run by Jessie Slavish. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce her last name. She is fantastic if you live in Portland. I highly recommend her massages and her facials, but she has created this beautiful spray. It's the Clear and Protected spray that has clary sage and lavender in here. It has, I think, some other flower essences like pennyroyal, arnica, walnut, and yarrow. I love yarrow in hydrosols and kind of as a flower essence, which I'm going to talk about a little bit more in a second. But this is just, it's so beautiful. I am completely addicted to it. It's almost gone. I'm gonna have to get another one soon. But the smell, I can't really describe it. It almost has like this salty smell. It reminds me of the ocean for some reason. And it's so calming. Oh, I think actually there is salt in here. Maybe that's why. Yeah, there's Himalayan salt. That's why it has a salty smell. So it's beautiful, very grounding, makes me just feel so relaxed, and I love spraying this. I spray it throughout the day, but I love spraying it over me before I go to bed. So let's talk a little bit about yarrow in a flower essence. This is the pink yarrow. This is from La Abeja, and she makes, Sophia Rose, I think is her name, and she makes these beautiful flower essences. And over the last few months, I have purchased several of these from her, but the one I want to talk about is pink yarrow because yarrow is supposed to be really good for creating boundaries and being really clear with your boundaries. And pink yarrow specifically is having those boundaries, but with a lot of compassion. So what I like to do is I'll just put a few drops under my tongue if I know I'm gonna have a conversation that might be kind of intense, or maybe with somebody that I have, you know, challenges with or whatever. And then I feel like it just keeps me grounded in my boundaries, but again, exuding compassion and love. And this is just, it's a beautiful flower essence. I really, really love using it. So now let's jump back into skincare. This is the mask from Flora Lee, and I have been really loving this mask so much. This has become one of those favorite shower masks that I talk about a lot, where I just put a mask on before I get into the shower and then rinse it off when I'm all done. When I realized I forgot to mention the name, it is her Instant Glow Cleanser and Mask. And I can't remember all the ingredients in here, but it does have those little jojoba beads, which I'm not necessarily a big fan of physical exfoliation, but this is just so gentle, and you can kind of taper the exfoliation like the strength, because if you just rub very gently, you're hardly going to get any, you know, exfoliation at all. But if you want to massage in deeper, then you will get more of that physical exfoliation. So I like that you can kind of taper it because the jojoba seeds are so gentle. I can't remember if I just showed you the inside or not. I'm almost out, and I will definitely be repurchasing this because the clays in here are so gentle but really effective. I love the scent of it. It's just very mild. Kind of has a little bit of a lavender scent. I can't remember the specific ingredients in here, and I don't think they're listed on the back of this jar, so I apologize for that. But it is just overall, it's just one of those really nice, lovely, soothing, cleansing masks that feels very purifying, but really gentle. So I think any skin type would do well with this Flora Lee mask. And I know she sells out of this mask kind of regularly because she doesn't like to make huge batches. Everything is super fresh, which you can definitely tell when you put this on your face. So next up is a beautiful bar soap from Asali. I think I'm saying that correctly, Asali. And she makes such beautiful soaps. So they come in these tins. Hope you guys can see that. It has little swirls of different colors in here. This is the chai scent, and you know, it smells like chai. It's got fresh ginger, cardamom in here. This one smells beautiful. I have not used it yet. I think my favorite so far was her honey lavender. I'm all done with that. I think I talked about it in my most recent empties. In the shower right now, I think I have her rose gold, which I like, and it's really nice, but I think the honey lavender is my favorite between those two. And so I've yet to use this chai one, and I will keep you posted on it, but I'm super excited because it smells amazing. And then as a birthday treat for myself, which was back in July, I purchased some things from Infiore, and I'll just talk about a couple of them here. These are the stars of the show from the purchase that I made. This is the Infiore Fermante Elevating, is it Elevating? Yeah, Elevating Leg Tonic. I have not been using this just solely on my legs. I've been using it on my belly for, you know, abdominal massage. I've been using it all over my arms. I'll just like take in the beautiful smell. I think there's like spruce in here. Maybe another conifer, like pine type scent. It is absolutely stunning. It's just, it is like so grounding and refreshing. It almost kind of has that intoxicating vibe that like gardenia and jasmine can have, but I don't think there's any florals in here. It's just, I just love it. It's absolutely beautiful. Julie really nailed it on the scent in here. And then I also have been really enjoying this Infiore Transparent Botanical Water Concentrate. This provides such great hydration. It really does feel like that true sort of K-beauty, Japanese beauty essence that you put on your skin. Really, really like it. Very impressed by it, although it is very, very expensive. Like I said, this was a big birthday treat to myself. So I don't think it's any more like hydrating than I would say the seasonal elixir that Carolyn created for the winter time, which I still have and adore. So I think you can get similar things from other lines for a lot less expensive, but if you're an Infiore fan and you love to have, you know, all things Infiore, I do think the transparency is beautiful. I love the packaging, and just the overall experience is really phenomenal. Okay, so we're closing in here on the things that I have purchased. The last thing that I got is the Lil Fox Couture Dewy Bean Dream. And I got this with my purchase from the Clean Beauty Box when I purchased that Hanua set, that 3-piece set. And I was really curious about this because I have been really wanting to try more things with moth bean in it. And I did an Instagram post where I spoke a lot, like in depth about moth bean, so I won't go into it too much here, but it is considered to be one of those, you know, alternative, like botanical retinols. So it is not related to retinol in any way. It's not a vitamin A derivative. Moth bean is a legume, so yeah, it has nothing to do with the vitamin A. I will actually link that Instagram post below so that you can refer to it if you want to learn a little bit more about moth bean. But I have really, really been enjoying this product, like surprisingly so. It has worked really well with the daily acid toner, so I'll use this. Maybe I'll use like more of a hydrosol toner, and then I'll use this on top of that. And then I'll put the Dewy Bean Dream on top of the Josh Rosebrook Acid Toner. And the combination has just been phenomenal. I really, really love it. I've gotten some questions about how does the Dewy Bean Dream compare to the Live Botanical Illuminating Exfoliating Serum. The reason why a lot of people ask about both of these together and the difference is because they both have moth bean in it as well as lactic acid. I can't remember for sure if this one also has glycolic acid in it, so you're gonna wanna read the full ingredient deck if you are curious about purchasing these. I would say the big difference is actually in the texture because I think they both have very similar actions. So you can see I am almost out of this. In fact, yeah, this is actually gonna need to go into my empties, but let me see if I can get, ooh, okay, so a little bit too much actually ended up spilling out, but If you can see here, the Live Botanical is actually very liquidy. It's very thin in texture compared to the Lil Fox. It's like an essence that has just a slight gel texture. I use it both day and night. I love mixing it with emulsion type products, so it really, I mean, it just plays well with pretty much every product that I throw at it. It blends really well, whether it's an oil, a cream, an emulsion type product. But for me, the Dewy Bean Dream is perfect for nighttime. I actually haven't tried to use it during the day, but I'll show you the texture here. It's a little thicker and it kind of comes out looking like a gel, but when you rub it on, it kind of has that oily sheen to it. So for me, it just is beautiful for nighttime. I actually haven't tried it in the day. I could probably mix it with some other products. I just haven't because I typically use the Live Botanical during the day. But now that I'm pretty much out of this, I think I will start playing around with the Dewy Bean Dream for the daytime and see how it mixes with some of the, the serums that I like to use during the day. Actually, I do have one more purchase that I want to mention to you really quickly, and these are the Inika mascaras. I think I've actually had these for maybe 4 months now. And I got the new release. This is the Bold Lash. I think this is kind of their volumizing one. And then I just repurchased the one I've had for a long time. This is the Long Lash. So the Long Lash versus the Bold Lash. And I actually love both of them. And I use the Bold Lash on my right eye here and then the Long Lash on the left. You probably can't tell that big of a difference, but as I was applying it, I definitely say that the Bold Lash is very volumizing. It might not be as volumizing as, a conventional brand like the Dior Show ones. It might not be as volumizing as that if you're used to that. But in the natural realm, this is really impressive. And I think that I would say that maybe Inika has become my favorite. I think it's kind of knocked out the Honest Beauty mascara that I was really loving for a long time. I think Inika has surpassed that. I love both of these mascaras, and they are ones that I reach for very frequently. All right, so now let's move into the PR portion of the video. I don't have as many products to talk about from PR as the ones that I purchased myself, but I will try to get through these kind of quickly so that this video isn't too super long. The first brand I want to talk about is No Cava. And let me see if I can get these in here for you. These bottles are just so beautiful. It was just like the first thing I noticed when I received them. I just love this packaging. I just think it's so beautiful. So I'm actually gonna talk about this product first. This is the Waters of Root Flora. And this has so many gorgeous hydrosols in it. It's got basil hydrosol, thyme, rosemary. I think there's tuberose extract in here. So it just really does smell like if you just walked into an herb garden. It's super fresh, super herbaceous. So if you're not a big fan of like herbaceous type scents, especially on your face, then this one might not be for you. Let's shake it up here a little bit, and then you can maybe get to see the texture. So it comes out pretty watery because, like I said, it's mostly hydrosols. And then it just feels really nice on the skin. It's super cooling and refreshing. Again, it just smells like an herb garden. It's beautiful. The scent is quite strong, so what I actually have been liking to use is a cotton round to apply it rather than just kind of, putting it into my palms and then splashing it on my face, because that is a little bit too intense for me scent-wise. But it's really calming. It hasn't caused any irritation in my skin, so I really have been loving that. But even more so, I am just completely in love with the face serum. It's the Sommer face serum, S-O-M-M-E-R. This is absolutely gorgeous. So for me, this scent is just out of this world. It is a beautiful blend of marigold and then the jasmine sambac. It's stunning. I love how it smells. The texture is pretty thick, so I've noticed I actually have to tap it to get it out. It doesn't necessarily just drip out super easily because it is pretty thick. And then on the skin, it has that feeling of like jojoba oil, but I don't think there's jojoba oil in it, but it has that really nice, like almost waxy, balmy oil feeling. And what I like to do is use that as my final step for my skincare at nighttime. So like I said, I'll use the Josh Rosebrook toner and then the Dewy Bean, the Lil Fox Dewy Bean on top, and then I will go in with this over the whole thing. And it's absolutely beautiful. Another thing I actually do like to use is the Live Botanical Barrier Balm. I don't know if I've spoken about that very much, but that's also a really lovely balm to use at nighttime when you want to lock in, you know, all the products and that moisture that you've used. I really recommend the Live Botanical Barrier Balm as well. So I'll either use this or the Barrier Balm as kind of what, you know, to help lock everything in. So I just want to say huge thanks to Noshaba for sending me these products. I think she does sell out pretty quickly, but I will try to figure out the best way, you know, the best link so that you can see what she does have available. Allie from Heart of Gold, she's always so generous with me. She has given me several things lately. I know that some of them are kind of like in the works, so I'll just share the 2 things that I'm pretty sure are available on the website. This is her Sweet Clover Body Serum. If you are a body oil person and you like the scent of clover, which is kind of like that beautiful sort of meadow flower scent, I really recommend this. This is lovely. And then this is a huge hit for me. This kind of took me by surprise. This is her Meteorite Firming Nectar. You'll see this beautiful orange color. It's different than the Sweetbriar Nectar, but I use it in a very similar way. I'm actually out of my Sweetbriar, so this Meteorite was perfect timing for me. You have the scent. I really love the scent. I love what Allie has done with this. It's a little bit, if I'm remembering correctly, I feel like this is a little bit thicker, maybe a little bit more emollient than the Sweetbriar. So I think the Sweetbriar might be better just universally for all skin types. This one might be a little bit better for drier. But you know, I would just go to her website and read the ingredients and then just see specifically what she's recommending it for. I think is a great addition to what she is offering. So Laurel Skin also sent me some really lovely things. I'll just mention real quickly the Hydrating Elixir C Jasmine Hibiscus Toner. This is limited edition. I won't go into too many details because I know that she is sold out of this on her website. I do think there are some specific vendors that might still have it available. So maybe like at a local, you know, salon or boutique that focuses on green beauty, they might have it still for you to purchase. But I'll kind of do a search around the web and see if I can find any that are available. But I just wanted to mention it because I have to say, I almost always get her limited edition elixirs and I have never ever been disappointed. They are just hands down such beautiful creations that she does. So if you ever do see a limited edition from Laurel, I highly recommend getting it if you're a big toner fan and it is in your budget. She also sent me her Support Cleanser, Cool Relief, and then a new California body oil. And I have raved about her California body oil many times. It is still in the box and I haven't used it yet because I am finishing up, I think it's her antioxidant or after sun body oil, which I also really love. She does excellent body oils, probably my favorite body oils. But this is what the California looks like. And I love it. So I'm saving this when I do run out of my other Laurel body oil. And then just to mention real quickly, the Support Cleanser. I believe that she created this for oilier skin types, but I wanted to still try it because some of the ingredients here were just really calling to me, like the dandelion and then the burdock root. Let's see what else is in here. There's calendula and licorice and blood orange. And so I just felt like all of those were great for the summertime. And she said that she does recommend this for most skin types because it is such like it's called a support cleanser. So you can see that texture. It's very thin. It's almost like if you didn't know this was a cleanser, you feel like you could use this as one of those emulsion type serums. But then when you rinse it off with water, and you also want to use a cloth so that you make sure that you get all of it removed, or you could use a second cleanse, which is actually what I do like to do in the nighttime. But in the morning, I find that in the shower, it rinses off pretty cleanly, and it's a really nice morning cleanse when I do want to use a cleanser. I typically just splash my face with water in the morning, but there are those mornings where I feel like maybe if I got kind of sweaty or I just want to like start from scratch, that is something that I really do like to reach for in the morning. And the scent just has all those beautiful plant oils and plant extracts and essences that Laurel is so well known for. So I do really, really enjoy this cleanser quite a bit. I also want to talk about the Pink Moon Serum. And I think these are called the Lunar Drops. I can't remember for sure if that's the name. I will definitely put it down below. I'm pretty sure it's the Lunar Drops. I think they had a different name for it originally, but I think now it's called the Lunar Drops. But regardless of what the name is, this is an absolutely gorgeous oil. I know that we talk about, you know, there's so many facial oils on the market, and it's just, you know, can be face oil overwhelm. And in fact, that's what I was thinking when they asked me, when Pink Moon asked me if they wanted, or if I wanted to receive it. But you know, when I read the ingredients, I was like, yeah, let's go for it and see what it's all about. So this is what the texture looks like, and it has sunflower oil in it and moringa. And you can just tell that it has such a beautiful slip. I believe that they did create this specifically to be able to perform gua sha with it. And it works so well for that. And like I said, it just has this beautiful slip to it. The scent is so pretty. It is a combination of neroli and rose, which I know is a very common scent combination, you know, scent profile for skincare. But this one is so light and gentle, and also has that kind of sophistication, sort of like the Josh Rosebrook acid toner that I was telling you about, that kind of a scent. Just very, very pretty, sophisticated. I think it's completely unisex. I think that, you know, all humans would enjoy using this on their face. And kind of like the No Shaba face serum that I was waxing poetic about, it's kind of similar in that way that you really feel like you're locking in, you know, any active that you've used or any toner or essence that you've used previously to putting it on top. It really gives you that sense that you're just locking in all that goodness before you go to bed. And I do tend to like these kinds of oils at bedtime. So huge, huge rave for Pink Moon. I do have a code with Pink Moon, which is Trish, just T-R-I-S-H, but I don't get any money from that. If you use my code, then 10% of your purchase will go to Campaign Zero. So I love what Pink Moon is doing with their affiliates, that instead of the money going to us, it's gonna go to the organization of our choice. All right, so I have two more brands to talk about. The second to the last one is Good Molecules. This is their niacinamide brightening toner. And just for clarity, Good Molecules is not a green beauty brand, so you're gonna wanna check the ingredients to make sure that this jives with ingredients that you do or don't wanna use. I really like this because it is just a very liquidy toner. You can see that there, hopefully. And it has that lovely kind of like essence feeling. And I put this on my face almost every day or 4 to 5 times a week. I use this typically in the morning because I like to have it underneath my SPF. And niacinamide is great for, you know, it's anti-inflammatory. It helps with discoloration, with, you know, melasma or sunspots, hyperpigmentation just in general. So that's why I really like having this on during the day. I also use it at nighttime too when I remember, but I just tend to reach for it more in the morning. It's been very calming for my skin, anti-inflammatory. I think like with anything, if you do use too much niacinamide, it can cause irritation. But this one has just been so gentle. I can't really imagine that this one would irritate anybody's skin, but you know, I can't speak for everybody. Of course, I can only speak to my own experience. And then lastly, I want to mention this brand that was new to me called Kiss Kiss Goodnight. This is a kind of like a mother-baby line. And I don't have any babies, but I am a mother. My 2 boys are full-grown teenagers now. But again, that's just sort of like the marketing, but these would be great for anybody of any age to use. This cleansing balm, let's see, this is their Melting Balm Cleanser with Kalahari melon seed and coconut oil. So if you are sensitive to coconut oil, this obviously wouldn't be for you, but you can get a sense of the texture. It's very thick, like you have to squeeze the bottle pretty firmly. And then once you get it on your skin, it kind of has that like, almost like a gel balm. It's a really unique texture. It is completely unscented, which you would expect from a baby line. And then when you get water onto it, it just kind of turns into more of like a milky type cleanser, and it does rinse off pretty cleanly. It does say that you can use this on your baby's skin as well. So you could use this to clean your baby's skin. It is that gentle. And then last but not least, let's mention their Sweet Whispers Hydrating Face and Body Lotion. And this is a really big hit for me. I really have been enjoying using this. Let's see, what are their star ingredients here? It has Nilotica shea butter and sea buckthorn fruit oil and a very gentle lavender aroma. I'm gonna use my arm here for an example so that you can see the texture of it. And the texture is like a creamy lotion. It's kind of, I have to say, it's one of my favorite type of textures out there for a lotion where, you know, it comes out of the pump feeling like a lotion, but then as you rub it into your skin, it gives you that hydration and moisture that you would expect more from a cream product. The lavender is really light. It's just so gentle and it's kind of sweet. I really do love it. I think that Sweet Whispers is actually a very appropriate name for this product. I have been really enjoying this product. I think it gives me that really great balance of, you know, hydration and moisture, but not too much, not over the top, especially for these hot summer months. It's actually been really hot recently here in Portland, so it's been a perfect moisturizer for me to use during the day, and I do find that I am reaching for it quite a bit. So that does it. That's all the products I have here to talk about today. If you made it through the end, thank you for sticking it out with me. So as far as upcoming videos, I really do need to do the update on my anti-aging video that I did, where I talked about incorporating prescription strength retinol or retinoid, I should say, tretinoin. I also had the zip thing, the microcurrent little machine tool thing that you can use on your face. I need to give you guys an update on that. I can't remember what else I talked about in that video. I'll need to go back and look at it and see what I'm actually still using and see what I feel like has made a difference. One thing that is definitely different is that I've grown out my grays, so that will be interesting to talk about too in terms of the anti-aging aspect of all of this. And again, I'm not a big fan of the term anti-aging, but that was the title of the video that I did. So I think maybe I will try to get myself together for that update video for the next one. And if you guys have any other requests or you're interested in any other videos, definitely let me know down below. And I hope you guys are all doing well and staying safe and healthy, and I will see you in that next video. Bye.